Hello everybody, it's Marie Walsh, and this video is going to be about reading food labels. And I also had a request to talk about healthy and unhealthy fats, so I will talk about that as well. Wonderful. So, reading food labels, that is important if you want to know what's in your food and know how healthy it is. If you're comparing between two foods and you don't know which one to choose, you want to, make a decision about which one's better for you, you need to be able to read the label. Also, if you have children and you want to know how healthy the food is that you're giving to them, you need to be able to read the nutrition facts. So, I'm going to show you how to do that. In general, I'm not going to get too crazy detailed about it. So I have a couple items here to demonstrate from my very own pantry. They're Kroger brand because they're cheap and they're healthy though. So, okay, this is 100% whole wheat pasta. I always have this in stock. And this is the food label. So, cool. I'll just start from the top. That seems like a good place to start. So at the top we have our serving sizes. This will tell us the size of a serving and how many servings are in the whole container, the whole box, the whole whatever package. What's on the food label is what's in the amount that's in one serving. So whatever number you're looking at, if you say you eat the whole box of pasta and you want to know how much you're eating, you'll multiply everything by the number that's in the container. That makes more sense with, like, if you have those little bags of chips, like the little Frito-Lay chips, and they have like 2 servings per container, which, like, they try to get you by doing that. So then that makes more sense because you wouldn't eat a whole box of pasta usually. So anyways, okay, so calories. Calories are the amount of energy that a food provides. So for weight loss, you need to eat fewer calories than you burn. And if you do that, if you burn more calories than you eat, you will lose weight. If you do not burn more calories than you eat, you won't lose weight. So it's important to be mindful of how many calories are in the food that you're eating. Okay, good enough. So total fat. I'll talk about fat now. There are 3 main types of fats. We have unsaturated, saturated, and trans. Oh, I got a bad shadow. Sorry, I'll try not to cover it. So unsaturated are what we generally think of as healthy. These are found in plant fats. Most plant foods don't have fat, but like avocados, nuts, seeds, olive oil, things like that. Those are unsaturated. These are good for us. Fish is also a source of unsaturated fats. Okay, saturated. These are generally unhealthy. They're found in like animals or meat, so bacon or steak or whatever. That fat will be saturated. It's also found a lot in processed foods, so your chips, your boxed macaroni and cheese or whatever, processed foods will have saturated fat. And those are generally not good for us. Okay, trans fats. These are the most unhealthy fat. They are made by people. They are not made in nature, for the most part. So our bodies don't really know what to do with them. So they just clog up our arteries and they make us fat. And they're very bad for us. So I'll go ahead and avoid these if you can. These will be in baked goods and processed foods as well. So baked goods meaning like cakes and donuts and like candy, granola bars that are soft at room temperature. They put these trans fats in foods to make them soft. So, should I say frosting? If I didn't say that, there's a lot of that in frosting. And yeah, these are very bad. These are good. Limit these and just avoid these. That's keeping it simple. Okay, next we have cholesterol, I won't really talk about that, but I'll just say, for those who haven't heard, we found out pretty recently, or we've been learning over time, but we've agreed recently in the nutrition field that cholesterol on its own is not something we really need to worry about. Foods that are high in cholesterol, though, tend to also be high in saturated fat. So the saturated fat's more what you need to be concerned about, not the cholesterol. So, okay, sodium, that is salt. I won't say much about that because I think most people know. But yeah, if you are concerned about your blood pressure, if you have hypertension, you'll need to limit the sodium. Okay, so total carbohydrates. Those are broken down similarly to the fat. It's in bold, and then the breakdown is not in bold. So we have dietary fiber and sugar. So dietary fiber is very good for us. I get a ton of fiber in my diet. I can't remember off the top of my head how much we're supposed to get. It's different for men and women of different ages. I want to say it's like, shoot, I don't want to say something wrong and sound stupid. I think it's in the high 20s, high 20 grams per day that we're supposed to get. But I should know that, but I don't. You can look it up if you're curious. Fiber is really good for us. It helps our digestive system because our bodies can't break it down. So it just keeps moving along. It's pretty bulky. It absorbs water, and it just keeps things going. So that's very important for weight loss, for our health, and diets that are high in fiber are associated with lower risk of certain cancers, particularly colon cancer. Yeah, I don't know. Did I say it's important for weight loss? I don't know if I did, but it is. Okay. Oh, so yeah, I always want to make sure that the grains I'm eating have a lot of fiber. In my breads, pastas, whatever I'm getting, I always look at the fiber, and I try to only buy stuff that has at least, I don't know, 4 grams, no less than 3 grams of fiber. It's like, just seems like, I don't know, it's a good indicator of how healthy a grain is. Okay, so sugar. Sugar is also a subcategory of carbohydrates. I don't think I need to talk too much about that, but I will say just be aware, again, of the serving sizes, number of servings per container. So if you have your soda and it tells you there's like 2.5 servings per can or bottle or whatever, and there's 25 grams of sugar per serving, you need to make sure that you're multiplying that by 2 or 2.5 or whatever I just said. So, okay. Protein, people know we need to get protein. Most people get easily double or triple what they need. So, yeah, okay. But protein is very good for us, particularly when we're eating the amount that's recommended. It helps us feel full and satisfied, or what we call satiated. So it's like you can eat a whole giant bowl of like lettuce with olive oil or dressing or whatever, but you might not feel hungry, but you don't really feel satisfied. And protein is important to feel that satisfied. So that's important when you are eating healthy and trying to lose weight, so that you don't feel so deprived, I guess. Okay, below here we have the vitamin and mineral breakdown. And I like to see the foods that I'm eating have a lot of these, like a lot of things listed, because we want the foods we eat to have vitamins and minerals, because that's other than energy, that's why we eat, because our bodies need these to function. So yeah, I like to see a lot of stuff. So this has got a good bit of iron. These don't have very many things other than that, but anyways. I won't talk about this part, but the ingredients list, ingredients will be listed listed by weight. So the things that are listed first will, how do I word this? The things that there are the most of in a food will be listed first, and the things that there are the least of will be towards the bottom of the list. This box here only has one ingredient. It just has durum whole wheat flour. So, but oh yeah, I have my canned beans here too. So, I might not need to explain this. Maybe it made sense. But anyway, so prepared black beans are the first thing on the list, because there's the most of those in here, which is good. And then salt is the last one. Okay? So, yeah. I guess that's all I'll say. Oh, also, Sorry if that was loud. We have the percent daily value here, and this will tell us how much of, I don't know, each nutrient this, I don't know, I'm having a hard time wording things. It tells you, so the total carb, what does it say? 14%. So 14% of the amount of carbohydrates you need in a day are in a serving of this. Does that make sense? Notice that there is not a percent daily value for sugar because there is no recommended daily value of sugar. So, okay. Also, grams. Sometimes people get caught up with the grams. There are about 4 grams in 1 teaspoon. So, if you have 16 grams of sugar in something, that's 4 teaspoons. So, yeah, I think that's all I'll say about that. Thanks for watching. I'm going to make a video right now about weight loss. So, watch that if you want. Okay, thanks. Bye.